easier, you know, like lean towards just letting Mikey do his thing again, but they trust in their players. You know, they brought these new guys on, and they're going to give them both a chance to shine. This is a game for Yuma to step up. This is also a game where Nigma needs to control the map. As you say, get those Roshans, you know, the two biggest things they've been weakest on, which is probably their carry player, and making sure they secure the map and play the tempo correctly. They are going to need to pull out this game, but again, they're not trying to draft for the mistakes they've been making there. They're trying to draft for what's going to be the best possible position for them to win this game, and that means, you know, you gotta correct some things here. Let's see if they can pull it off. Game number 3 is starting right now. I'm pumped for this one, actually. I think this is going to be very, very interesting.
It's interesting because I'm just looking at Otaka. Otaka, or Otaka. We're going to go with Otaka. I keep changing up every time, but it's fine. We'll get there. We'll calibrate.
I think I do too.
Yeah, it's all good. If we get into an interview, I'll double check the pronunciation from whoever does it. Alas, he is the player that had standout games when he played on Into the Breach. He was the one that was picking these Terror Blades in first phase, didn't have a care in the world. Like, first phase, my hero, I'll 1v9. And this is the type of game where Naga Siren, even though it wasn't like a first phase pick, it was like a later pick down the line, that just means he has more information to go off. And if there's ever a time you want him to step up and replicate his previous performance in Division 2 that got his team to Division 1, it is on this hero in this game. So yeah, all eyes on how he can perform.
Yep, but for the laning phase, I think, once again, we're going to be playing pretty close attention towards the middle lane. It's not quite a Huskar matchup, but it's still pretty bad. The Necro should be the one putting the pressure on here, so we'll see how Moonlight's able to adjust to it. Level 1's not too bad, but I think level 3 is the big point for Necro, when he really starts to threaten these melee heroes.
Yeah, pretty much. Necro Faucet's relatively level-dependent hero. Your death pulse going from 55 to 80. The cooldown reduction, of course, only a second per level, but still it's so spammable, going to like 7-6 seconds. So yeah, Moonlight, he enjoys it whilst it lasts, maybe can even threaten with level 2 advantage like he is right now, but yeah, he's going to need to get as much as he can before Mikey just exists within the lane. Pretty much identical to a Huskar matchup to some degree. Like, support rotations can get the kills. You can go back to the VOD on game 1 and just hear what we said about that, and, you know, copy paste it for game 3 pretty much. And
we're not saying anything more about it.
Watch the side lane, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be good to watch the side lanes a little bit more in this game, considering how mid-focused all the rest of them have been, but for good reasons. So up at top, we got Otaka versus Mr. Mind Control. Again, you know, I feel like GH should be kind of the big boy of this lane, smacking away with his right clicks on his techers, which just does so much damage these days. But there are some really big timings for Ivy up here as well. Oracle, when he hits level 3, can just be an absolute nuisance, really offering pretty big kill threat. Gotta look out for that one.
Yeah, it also helps where you have the mirror image to be able to disjoint a little bit of the sticky bomb damage. And luckily for Oracle, Oracle is such a garbage hero in lane, because you need like level 3 that you mentioned, level 5. You need so many levels to kill that the entry to the lane is always off-lane favored when there's an Oracle there. But Naga Siren is one of the few carries that brushes off the damage, has ways to just dodge damage, but then also just push out the lane quite easily. So yeah, IVR cushioning their weakness of one to get the other online.
Yeah, and you know, oftentimes on the Oracles, you hit level 3 and you're like, oh great, I can kill, but then, you know, the enemy's level 4 and you're like, oh, okay.
There's a Vanguard.
Oh, wait to level 5. That's how you get level 5. The laning phase is over and you're like, okay.
I wish I was looking bottom. There was a random mixer tip onto Yuma, and I didn't see the context, but so far, when I look at the context of the lane, Timber's having a pretty good time, but also Yuma is happily CSing 15 for 1. We kind of expected this from the matchup. This Timbersaw isn't going to threaten Yuma until maybe level 6 when you can eat through that refraction. Otaka, rather low in top, able to walk it off.
Yeah, but you know, that's separated from the creep wave for quite a bit. And yeah, it doesn't actually have any tango going or anything like that. So yeah, Oracle, help please.
Yeah, this will be the question for JM right now, is does he go for the Fate's Edict level 3? Because Techie's initiation is very obvious, right?
Yeah.
You throw in a sticky bomb, you visually see him jumping in to give yourself time to Fate's Edict and
Moonlight
dodge all the magic damage.
Oh, the Death Pulse connects. One more right click might be required. He's got the Astral Step, though, so he can just get himself away.
Very good stuff. Will he back? Oh, he's not backpacking his stats for salve efficiency. Moonlight, will we talking about that in review? Okay, now he's doing it. Right, good stuff.
Yeah, tail end of it, though. I was going to back him up by saying that's only something nerds do, and he's a Chad, but then he did it anyway, so I couldn't even use that.
I mean, you've got to be a wholesomely respected nerd to be able to win Division 2.
That's going to be First Blood. GH did not respect the nuke potential of the Oracle there. Jumped in and, yeah, just gets himself shredded.
Okay, he actually goes, he goes for the 2 points in Purifying Flame, so rather than going for the defensive toolkit with the 1 point edict, he actually went for the kill and instantly got it.
Level 3 Oracle, baby. Never doubt it.
Yeah, before MC gets Vanguard, it really is the window of aggression. Once this Vanguard comes in play, look backwards. Naga, go hit the jungle, push out the wave when it comes to you. Don't even bother trying to kill him off. And yeah, maybe if Ivy can do some stuff here for Kuroki.
Cheeky little backstab maneuver here is going to result in the kill onto Attica as the sticky bomb comes on through and gets him the kill. You'll love to see those little maneuvers coming out from the supports. And there is no way they can pressure Yuma here either. Yuma's lane is in such a good place that, yeah, there's a consequence-free rotation from Mr. Kuro.
Yeah, 31 for 2 on the safe lane TA. 2,500 net worth. Of course, relatively mirroring the Timbersaw, because both heroes are kind of pushing the lanes equally, but yeah, Yuma's going to be very happy with this. And right, let's look at mid lane. What's the 400, 500 gold lead to Mikey? So not as if it's like the Huskar style matchup where he's fully out of it, but it's still annoying enough to put Moonlight in a weird position. He needs to be careful though. He's very deep behind this tower.
He really is, yeah. I mean, he was doing this a little bit earlier as well, but this time looked like he might be caught. Oh, the Remnant. It's just a smidge off the mark, and that's going to be the difference maker here. Moonlight, he can't come closer. He's going to get Reapers. Never mind, he's going to get Reapers, but he's got one more raindrop remaining, but in comes Kuro from the side. They get the kill. They'll both go down. Mikey will fall, but as will Moonlight.
That was the difference of if Nigma could bring their supports a little bit quicker, then maybe that extra damage eat through the raindrop might Voice would have died. So yeah, good stuff from Ivy to be the initiators of that fight, making sure they had the numbers. And Kuroki, I mean, he just got solo XP. He's not going to be complaining too much. An early Lich 6 can always be a big difference.
Yeah, I was a little bit scared there, but Moonlight doesn't actually have 6, so Kuro's actually fine. Knew that he could stay for a couple more CS. Yeah, a bit of a greedy badger.
Also, Mikey's going for a very interesting build. He's going for the earn into vessel play. Of course, against heroes like Timbersaw, very good, but there's an Oracle in the game. There's natural dispels. Yeah. Even Naga Siren with the mirror image. It very much is an item of, through the chaos of the fight, you can't always reliably dispel, because is the Oracle always going to be there? So I can respect the idea of it, but they have to make sure they play with that logic. Initiate, cause that rift, don't allow Oracle into the fight, and if at any point that doesn't occur, then you start talking about maybe you've wasted 2,000 gold, maybe it could have been a different item, some sand or something. But yeah, we'll see if they can execute on this.
No, it's one of those things where, you know, you can see how it could potentially be bad, you know, see how potentially it could be good, so you just got to see if the player's read was correct. And it's something which I feel like a lot of people don't really do in Dota very much. They see something and go, I can see why this could be bad, therefore it's bad. It's like, well, is that the reality of the situation? We gotta wait and see, realistically.
Yeah. Best example is Lich with his Sinister Gaze, right? Like the fact that it does more damage to creeps when people see him using it, like, oh, what the hell is he doing? But it's like, you're kind of like passively getting farmed. Kuroki right now is also getting farmed up, but
yeah, straight here, it's just absolutely tearing limb from limb. Hung, drawn, and caught, I believe, is the price. Ooh, Rue doesn't actually die there because the pulse hits him just a fraction after it. And yeah, there you go. Wow. Empty-handed on Nigma. That is surprising.
Empty-handed, but still the game passively goes the way of Nigma and net worth. Throughout all these movements, you got Doom and AFK in one lane, TA also somewhat AFK in the other lane, right? So Ivy, it might feel good that they're surviving the onslaught of Mikey's mid necro, but he's kind of doing what he needed to do, right? Moonlight can't think of active runes into side lanes.
Alika's taking some heavy hits up at top here, but they don't have the Doom to work with, so Naga's going to be okay.
Yep. Doesn't even have it leveled. Has 7 points up, but no point put into Doom. Not even holding a point either.
Yeah. Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, I don't mind this, because when you look at your other cores, is the Necrophos going to TP to your lane? Is the TA going to come and do something? No. So it's like, just play for yourself, be a thorn in their side for your existence. And that's kind of what all 3 cores on Nigma are. They exist until like 15, 16 minutes. And then at some point, there's like that one Blink Dagger or that one BKB picked up. And then the entire narrative of their draft switches when it's like tanky snowball run through your opponents. And Ivy, they aren't really able to punish this yet. And they also won't really ever be able to punish this until, I think, Naga Siren enters the frame. Or Moonlight, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. There goes in the bottom lane. Yuma getting very low indeed. Oh, no refraction remaining. And the Chakram will finish the job. Mikey coming in, trying to get a bit of revenge here, but can't quite connect and no mana available anymore. So we'll just have to let them leave, which is unfortunate. Necro really could have used a pick up there. Nice rotation, and that's what you want to see from Moonlight, right? You know, yeah. Necrophos, he's good, but he's a bit slow. Void Spirit is going to utilize that.
A bit.
Okay, he's extremely slow.
He's extremely slow. Luckily, all the green heroes are slow.
Oh, Crow. Oh my goodness, he's surviving. How does he do it? All those nukes which Jim once gave him now heal him up to full. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well,
levels in this game. Both teams are very healthy. GH is getting jumped on right now. Should be enough damage to get through. One more Purifying Flames. There it is.
There you go. Yep, level 3 now, so that's a 270 damage magical nuke every 2.5 seconds. Wowee.
Yeah, for Ivy right now, it's like, even for Nigma, all the supports are upon spinning distance of level 6. So it's like 11, 12 minute mark. Either team has the potential of smoking up and making that next play to find that big pick. And of course, for Ivy, you would love to see Moonlight sync up with supports, find another kill on Yuma. Because for Yuma, he's been free farming his entire time. He dies once bottom. If he dies again, then suddenly that 15, 16 minute Deso that we're looking at is now 18 minutes, 19 minutes. And Naga Siren, it's all about Manta, Orchid, join the fight. And if you can just delay your opponent by a little bit, oh, it makes so much work.
So many heroes now converging onto Mind Control. He does force himself away with the Hurricane, levels up Doom, throws it onto the Void Spirit, but it's looking like it might be Mind Control dead regardless, although Jim has used a fair few amount of Purifying Flames here, so Mind Control is able to heal himself up quite neatly afterwards. Ultimate just being thrown onto Moonlight to make sure he's going to remain healthy for this one. It's the slowest gank I've ever seen in my life, but now the Chain Frost comes in. They might have just caught out Moonlight. No, he does still get off that Dissimulate to get himself to safety. No, he's dead. And Mind Control lives through it all. And Onika, he's in trouble as well. It's another hero dead. Both big cores brought down on the side of Ivy. Mind Control just doesn't freaking die.
And that was the difference of dispelling the Purifying Flames or not. And sure, Mixer's going to use this window of opportunity to go into Mikey.
Oh,
but the Scythe up insta dead.
My God.
And now he's got 2 charges of the Vessel, so he's very happy he's got that available. Ivy are going to be kicking themselves.
Dude.
You're pumping out all these Purifying Flames, but not able to dispel them over time. And now suddenly he had 2 running. The only reason he was healing was because of it. So unfortunate for Ivy.
Dude, I was about to say, like, Mikey's about to be in a really bad position. And the whole team was about to be in a really bad position. Because they're about to hit Spirit Vessel on Mikey with no charges up on it. And then so suddenly, like, Yuma's not going to have much of a map because you're running around with a Necrophos, which basically doesn't really have much of an item. But then all of a sudden, Ivy just completely choked that one out, to be perfectly honest. And, yeah. Wow.
I mean, Yuma's going to have Deso in 400 gold time. There's a strong argument for Roshan on the cards within that window. Like a 15-minute Roshan is very viable for Nigma here, and they kind of need to do that. Like every time they hit a big item, they need to either find a big pick or a big objective, be it progressing the map through towers or going Roshan. Like Nigma's lineup, if it ever stalls, it is so important to emphasize how this lineup will struggle in 20, 30 minutes down the line. So Yuma should be screaming at his team like, guys, I am so farmed. Thank you for doing God's work in the early game. You have been OP. Let me now help you enter this mid game with more confidence.
Let me help
Maybe he
you
won't
as
say
you
that
once
wordly,
helped me,
but
my children.
For I shall bring you the Roshan.
Ah, does
He also
declare.
turned French for some reason. I don't know why, but
It fits.
what can you do?
Yeah. Ivy, what's the play from them? I mean, you kind of need to play one of these reactive games now, which isn't ideal when you're playing with Void Spirit and Timbersaw. You need to be ready to try and catch Nigma off guard if they are to make a misstep here.
Yeah, I think for Ivy, they need to buy a Lotus Orb on this Timbersaw and then offer him up as bait at the front line. Because Naga Siren, of course, we've already mentioned, isn't going to be doing too much. But if Timber can soak up the key spells, like a Scythe or something, then Moonlight can
Smoke
pop off.
immediately pops. The Chain Frost comes bouncing on through the Reaper's side, but Jimson Center gets up the save. Is it going to make a difference, though? I don't think so. Moonlight, will he heal enough inside the fountain? No, he will not. Drops dead immediately. Mixer on the run here as well. Going to stick around and just make sure he grabs that plate mail off his courier. Yeah, Rue up to the high ground. Bombs and death pulses and all sorts of horrible things following. And Mikey's not done. All right, Mikey's
extremely close to this Lotus Orb. Oh, there it is. He just disassembling for it. He's now completed. He didn't want to do it during that because he had to disassemble like 2 different items to get it, but Mixer now, in theory, should be able to survive the initiation because he can dispel the vessel.
Wait,
Did
Rue just... I think Rue was trying to TP away and Roshan knocked him.
Yeah, that did happen.
That's... I don't know if anyone can confirm that, but I think that was happening, in which case, that's extremely funny. But now, Nigma, here we go. Absolutely no hesitation in running into the pit and taking down the big boy.
Yeah, 15 minutes, Roshan. Timings are aligning so beautifully for Nigma now. The cool decision now, I think, that they have is what type of TA will you play? Will he go for the Blink Dagger straight away? Because it's like, okay, I've got Aegis to blink. I can now assassinate someone. Will he keep going for more damage? Because in his quick buy, he has both Daedalus and Blink available. The difficulty of why TA versus Naga is an awkward matchup is because of the fact that you blink in, Naga Siren will punish.
This Roshan suddenly isn't looking like the cleanest in the world.
No, he's
come over
in as well.
Yeah. Now, Mind Control did TP to the middle lane, but because of the song and because they're kind of waffling around on both teams here, it's given them enough time to run back over. So, yeah, they're just going to get back into the pit. There's no song anymore.
Your time to shine, boss.
Yep, let's see. That's all they can hope for, right? Is Moonlight and Mixer throwing their bodies into the pit? No, they're actually giving it up. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
It's such a difficult spot to be in because you go for the snipe, you get the snipe, you've now delayed Nigma's timing, 10 more minutes of farm, your draft will be so happy. You fail this fight, you get team wipe potentially, you give them the Aegis, you just amplify the timing that this draft needs to play. So it's like super high risk. I think the only scenario that can work for Ivy is you send Rue by himself.
Yeah.
He leaps in, he might steal it. Yay, good job, Rue. You've done it, boss. Commend, MVP. But of course, they weren't really in position to do that with the traps available, the sentries. There was no real kind of sneak potential. So I think Ivy just accordingly, respect. Did you want them to go for it, or
Old G would have made that play? They did make that play, and that's saved one of their games the other day. So you know,
that is
different
fair.
teams though, different playstyles, different game theory. But I did want to see them. I actually kind of wanted to see them go with like 2 heroes, just see if they can snipe it. Maybe mix and throw his body in as well.
I mean, I like the idea of the snipe. The fact that Naga Siren was at the forefront of this Roshan contest with the song, it's like, boss, you barely have Manta to your name. Maybe you should give it to the mobile heroes to give it a go. But Moonlight in the bot lane. MC should be... Okay, Doom's off the Grim. The Grim?
The Oracle.
Ugh, the Oracle. But it looked pretty grim. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Of course.
Yep, certainly did. Yeah, no one's making Grim's joke anymore. Moonlight.
It's sad, actually.
He's gone. He's going to get cooked here. Unlucky. Mind Control taking down 2 heroes. It feels good.
Oh, Yuma's all by his own.
Oh, wait. This isn't on the playing cards. Well, Mind Control's coming across to help him out, and all of a sudden, with a 2-hero advantage, they might just be able to turn around and fight this one. In fact, Mind Control's going to pick up the kill onto the Mirana. Life number 1 does go down off the Templar Assassin. Now, can they capitalize upon this on the side of Ivy? The answer does seem to be no at the moment. They're going to try and turn around and try and find Mind Control instead. Mind Control might have just given his life up for the side of Yuma here, and that's exactly what seems to be happening. Oh my god, heavy damage coming into Odika, though. He's got to be a little bit careful. Jim Vincento, he's taking some heavy hits as well. Nigma, they have arrived, and I think it's time for Ivy to get themselves out. Though Mixer is trying to see if there's an opportunity here onto GH. He thinks there is one as Moonlight engages as well. They kill him off, but the explosion still lands. Reaper's Scythe comes on down on Mixer, gets the kill onto him. Moonlight needs to leave. He's trying to get himself out with the piggy pole, but there's no pole quick enough to pig his way out of this one. Move across to the side, but Yuma's got him dead to rights. One right click, and down he goes.
The start of that fight, Ivy probably felt like they had all the opportunities in the world. It's suddenly Yuma by himself, but of course, boots of travel, able to quickly get in and just prolong the fight long enough. This offlane tier 1 tower from Nigma has just done so much work. Like, all right, boys, there's a fight. Go, go, go. TP, run across the map. Probably not the best way Nigma wanted to use this Aegis, but still a reason why you need Aegis on this lineup, because there will always be that one chance where your opponent finds that window of initiating and making the game uncomfortable.
Yeah. Ivy definitely have the tools in their draft to kill off a TA at any point in the game, right?
Yeah.
Maybe with BKB it becomes a little more difficult, but ultimately, you know, Refraction is going to disappear very quickly to the Timbersaw, and they have the control of the Void Spirit and the catch, so. But yeah, still, you know, there's part of me disappointed. You know, really want to see Yuma just kind of kick off and control the map up, and then losing the Aegis in such a way. You know, it limits how much we're really going to be looking back at this game. It's already a pretty big
it was one wide team. I think so. In this position, when you're crushing the game, like all cores, like guys, I can kill, just join me. You know, it's very easy for them to want to run around the map. So they didn't lose any net worth from this play.
Yeah,
I think if anything, it just puts bigger emphasis on the next Roshan to be their timing. Like, you're never ending the game on their first Aegis, right? So if you can double your lead with one Aegis, you kind of count it as a win.
Sure.
It might
a lot
visually
of coming out to GH here.
Yeah.
Makes that immediately looking for.
Oh no! Everything I just said is undoing. He wishes he had Aegis right now.
Oh my Jesus Christ, you're just cut it off. Well, I mean, they might be able to get a bit of revenge for Rue here, but with Mikey coming in, I don't think so. The T-Governor curse, it wasn't enough to just stop Rue getting one shot there.
Bro, they just pieced out.
Yeah. They watched what happened to Rue and they were like, nah.
Maybe they thought Nigma was closer, but that was a TA that was slept with easy stun follow-up, so she couldn't, you know, disengage from that.
Yeah, I think they wanted the arrow. I'm not sure why the arrow wasn't there.
You had the remnant. Okay, either way.
Yeah.
Ivy, they are behind 13k gold. I can see why they're maybe afraid in that scenario, but it also Necro was right next to him, so awkward fight. Good opportunity, didn't take it, alas. It's one of those ones where you kind of want to load up the game again, understand the damage you have and check, because I can see why Ivy clearly, someone in the team has said, guys, 40 minutes, if they come high ground, we win the game. That's the mindset they have right now. They give up the first Roshan. They don't go for the TA kill under Song when they see a heroes farming other lanes. Like, they are playing so defensive. Maybe it will be their undoing. Maybe they will never find an aggressive moment, but it's a choice they've decided to make.
Mid lane, another kill going the way of Mr. Mikey here. He's been able to catch out Moonlight.
The Vessel's doing work. I've not yet once seen Oracle really be able to dispel it or be in a position, because of fights happening in every lane. There's Doom pushing top. There's Necro in mid, jumping around with his Shard and his Death Seeker. Jam, he's got so much work to do, and he can't be everywhere at once.
Certainly not. Yeah, I love this Death Seeker. It changes Necrophos completely, actually.
I mean, without it, he would have never killed Void Spirit, right? But now it's like you waste your one mobility spell, like enemy blinks away slightly, you know, halfway there, you're close. So I like it a lot. It gives a little bit of breathing room to make moves compared to just, hello, I'm Necrophos, please come to me.
Please just stay still as I slowly march towards you. Chain Frost being used. This is a decent amount of damage, but it's still going to result in Kuro's death. And to be honest, Chain Frost, Main Frost. Will quickly kill off the Ice Spire. They have seen Yuma here as well. Yuma, no BKB, so very possible they can actually bring him down here. Let's see. Nigma, the cavalry is starting to arrive, but only GH here at the moment. Jumping in, it's a nice stun coming through, but the arrow connects, and Yuma is gone. Doom now comes down onto both the Timbersaw and the Doom. Moonlight looking forward, wants to finish off GH here, will be able to do exactly that. Mikey now on top of him, but the song is out from Modica. He just wants to slow things down, give them a chance to catch their breath, and now move on to mind control. They'll let Mikey live, but they will bring down the Doom.
He has Death Seeker in 3, should be able to disengage from this. Necrophos not going to be going down. And that was the chance that Ivy needed there. Ooh, he should be fine, surely.
I don't know, man. Odika wants him. He really wants him. Gonna keep him chasing here, and yep, Death Pulse across. Mixer kind of gave him a way out here, but it's turning around. In comes the Reaper's Life. Reaper's himself. Oh no, that's not how that was meant to go. Beautiful. And he didn't even die to it because of the Fate's Edict. Oh my goodness. What a disaster.
So many times that Nigma's lineup is all about execution under aggression. You don't want to slip up, and Kuroki going for a super aggressive ward behind this tier 2 tower top lane. Yuma kind of following his captain in. You're getting chased down the entire time. It wasn't a team fight, it was a one-sided slaughter.
The biggest thing here is that
and Yuma again, he just showed...
Whoa, Yuma, no, you can't be going down like this, my friend. You cannot be going down like this, but it doesn't make a difference. He's already dead. Ivy, they're finding their timings. I don't know how, but they're doing it. Kuro is gone. They're looking towards mind control again. Erotica, though, is kind of low, needs to get himself out. Jim Venceto has nothing more to give him. Mind control just standing on him. They don't have the detection, though. Orica's going to get away. Some heals coming out from the Oracle even now as they can look to maybe reset. Mixes around. I can't believe it. There's no way this happens again, right, T?
JMN has thoroughly stepped up in the last minute or two of this game. He has struggled relatively hard in this series. Unfortunately, he has been picked off so many times because of the heroes he's played. But in this single scenario, saving his Timber Saw, free casting his spells from the high ground, not allowing Nigma to be in a position, like, he has carried his team through these fights, keeping them alive, pushing them forward, and fair play to him. He needed a moment to shine, and what a perfect time to do it at a pivotal point in the game as well. Like, a taker now, he was like 1,000 gold from Skadi at the start of all these shenanigans. 15k gold lead to Nigma. Now it's occurred, you've half that net worth lead. You're now halfway to a heart on Naga Siren. This Naga v TA matchup is now very much Naga favored, sorry. Fair play, Ivy. Fair play.
Fair play. Honestly, they're turning up. They're ready to show that this new lineup of theirs it's ready to take some names. And they want Nigma to be one of those names, that's for sure. They are giving it their all.
I just feel like the overall itemization on Ivy, if you look at all the heroes, it's just they respect what Nigma's presenting. Like Naga Siren, you're going for the Skadi rush, just be tanky. I mentioned way earlier that Orchid, but that's what you want to buy when you're ahead in the game. He was behind, so he went tanky. Timbersaw went for Lotus Orb Brush. We've seen it kill off the Necrophos now with a Scythe. Instantly Halberd for the TA. Morana went for a Vessel. Like, all their players have just itemized for this. They're going to fight us, and if we just outplay them with that one item, that one defensive toolkit, whilst they're greeding it up with these kind of big ticket items, they're going to be able to clutch it out. And this is maybe the issue of TA, is the when do I need to buy BKB style hero? Like other heroes, it's like always second item, always third item. Like it's imprinted into their like the muscle memory of the hero. But TA, you can be greedy, you can be cheeky, but it also can hurt you. And for Yuma, 2 deaths in a row now. Roshan's gonna fall very quickly. He's gonna have BKB and Aegis. You could argue this is Nigma's last chance in this game to comfortably decide its outcome. You have an Aegis, you have BKB. How is Nigma going to approach the next 5 minutes of this game?
Yep, that's certainly what we're looking at right now. Aegis. All right, what can you do with this one? It's a very big question mark. I mean, how many more times we need to say it? You know, Yuma, it's time to step up. He's had a good game when it comes to just farming and, you know, doing the things TAs do, but when it comes to the actual engagements, it's been tough, especially looking at the last 2. Is it time now to pull it out the bag? And I gotta say, someone needs to deal with this Oracle on the backlines as well. Like you can't keep letting Jim Vincento just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think you kind of just need to doom him. Like, as much as you'd love to doom the Void Spirit, I think there are too many layers of defensive capabilities from JM, be it from his Glimmer Cape, the Reign of Destiny to eat through the tankiness of the Necrophos, the Clutch Edicts to deal with the Scythe, or even like Techie's Initiation. Like this hero, the reason why it is so popular, even though it concedes lane so heavily, are these mid-game fights under the vision. Like, I just look at his toolkit, every single button he presses, is just annoying for the enemy to fight into. Dispels, magic resist, glimmer capes. It's a great hero, punishable but a great hero. I think he needs to get doomed. That's my application to Nigma. Hopefully it gets through their email chain, into management, into infrastructure, into team. Because if he doesn't get doomed...
Straight into spam folder.
Yeah, we've had that before in Dota.
Reign of Destiny, though, is a very cool ability. Did you know that the original plan was to give Reign of Destiny to Dazzle, but actually make it like, I think it was called like Reign of Pigs or something, and it hexed heroes in like in the area randomly for like 0.5 seconds.
It just sounds like a quirky version of the Sand King axe, like with the little burrow strike.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they're going for, but with hexes instead.
That'd have been cool. Maybe you could have got like new animal cosmetics as well. So like you get
it's a different animal
Dazzle
each time.
Arcana, then it's like, oh, I turned them into snakes or something.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but sadly they decided to give it to Oracle instead and just made it some...
Oh, wait, Oracle's underneath reward. This is the perfect jump from Nigma.
Okay. And one shot. Oh, no, Song. I was so ready to watch Jim Lozano just get eviscerated. Nope.
That was the window that they needed, right? If you kill off the Oracle there, forces buyback, it's now like a doom him and he's dead, but the lack of Blink Dagger there from the TA really kind of shone through.
Yep. And this is the thing about this game, right? It's always felt that the items Nigma have needed have always just been like one item behind, but even though they've been ahead pretty much the whole game. But that said, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. You know, it is still going to be Naga versus the world when it comes to these fights.
And Mikey has identified that, right? He's gone for this Radiance. So now he's going to be pumping out a little bit of evasion for the rest of his team with the mischance being applied. He happily will be in the middle of the fight because of his Death Seeker. He's going for potentially an Ags as well, so just more AoE damage with Heartstopper Aura. Really hoping to be a nuisance. Shiva's picked up on the Doom, so if you think about illusion countering items, it's the Shivas, it's the Radiance. These are the big tickets, and they've got them. So that really leaves the question, why is Nigma not really trying to make that move? They have the Aegis, they've got the anti-Naga items right now. They keep running around the map. They run top, they get songed. They run bot, and there's no one there. They're getting run around the map, and they're even dooming off a Mirana because they just feel so uncomfortable with how this map is getting split pushed. Death by 1,000 cuts right now for Ivy.
Yeah, but will it be a death is the question. I mean, we shall see. Usually it's your carry player you want making these calls in this moment. You know, you've got the Aegis on Yuma. So yeah, it does look like they're going to start to converge down on bottom lane. Is this going to be a high ground attempt? Maybe steal the Tormentor and just force them back? Probably seems like the more likely outcome of this.
Yeah, I'd probably go Tormentor. Going high ground, even with an Aegis, you waste your BKB, then suddenly there's the song. They have such beautiful follow-ups, right? Remnant into arrow. The Mirana now doesn't have to time her arrow in the song. The Remnant does it for you, so then you just layer on that stun. And that, in itself, Yuma is the only hero that steps up to hit the tower. So you know you're probably going to hit it.
Yeah, they're trying to go on mind control here, but this is kind of risky. You need to get out the song to get themselves away right now, or do they actually? Moonlight Shadow is going to come out, and that might be all the cover they need. They don't really have to catch on Nigma to threaten that. Ivy recognized that and will just calmly walk away. In fact, will they? But will they? Mix is kind of moving over.
Doom's here as well.
Moonlight's playing. Yeah, whoa, nearly catch them with the wall stomp, but no hesitation from Moonlight just to double step himself out of that one.
So Nigma just getting dragged around the map so much. It's kind of uncomfortable to see. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone's felt this type of gameplay themselves, right? It's this, boys, we're strong. Why can't we go down one lane? But going down one lane in Dota is one of the worst things you can do, because as soon as that wave dies to a fortification, 30 seconds for another wave, backdoor, it's just uncomfortable. It's not a clean way to siege.
Yep. Not a lot about these games have been clean, to be fair.
True. That's why Division 2 is such a banging division. It's like the raw talent, they're so close, but it's like that extra 5% of needed to make them that true team as they find themselves
Jump
throughout
in.
the tour.
They're moving on to Mikey. They've got the Hex out onto him, actually, but do they have the damage to follow up with? Yes, they do. He's gone. Moonlight stunned, but he's going to come back and immediately jump onto GH, looking for his next target. Now those bombs are down, though, and doing quite a lot of damage, but not enough to threaten. Now Yuma jumps in, gets a kill onto the Void Spirit, and Doom's come down onto Naga Siren as well. Great target found from Mind Control. Naga, she's just going to happily sit in the ring, though, kind of not taking too much damage to worry about here, but they are going to be able to get Jim the backlines here. The immediate buyback coming out from the Oracle, though, as they see their opportunity to fight. Blink to the side from Mr. Yuma. Can they close the gap? Otika's on top of him, just slashing away, and down goes the TA once again. Otika claims the crown as king of the carries in this game. Song comes out to make sure they get their kill onto the Lich as well. Cancelled early to just take him out and move on to the next one. 4 heroes dead on the side of Nigma. Could this be the beginning of the end for Nigma Galaxy in the series?
It honestly feels that way. When you think about the fight construct that Nigma presented, like, where was it? Sure, they hit a Doom onto the Naga Siren, but she just disengages the entire time. J-Man, of course, pumping out some hills. The fact that he also survived quite long, that it wasn't that clean execution. Like, Oracle shows it wasn't, you know, jump, dead. And it was a 4v5. Necro was dead pretty much the entire time, so it wasn't as if it was some potential turnaround plays. And damn, yeah, Ivy, they clawed themselves back into this game once again. What, 15k was it? Like 10-15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And now it just feels like it's their game to lose. They hold all the cards.
They really do. They really do. It's, I mean, we're going to be looking at this next Roshan, right? This third Aegis, and this might be make or break. Maybe Nigma find a way to fight that one, but...
Oh, I feel like after every awkward play from Nigma, Mind Control just dooms Rue.
Yeah. He's really a punching bag, isn't he?
Sync up Nigma losing a fight into, I hate you, Marana. I'm going to make myself feel better by killing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
That's it.
scrunches up his little hand, looks at the desk like...
That's, yeah, therapy kills, I guess. But screw it. If it makes you feel better, go for it. Doesn't mean they have no Doom, however, and Ivy might want to take advantage of that. I mean, only 30 seconds left on the Marana's respawn. She's not dead for long. Doom kind of close to coming back off cooldown at the same time, though.
Yeah, got about 41 seconds until Doom can ruin this Marana again.
Yep. She gets 20 seconds to play the map before she gets Doomed. Fun. I mean, you might be looking like, well, why is the Marana always this deep? But, I mean, that's kind of one of the things you can do as Marana, right? This hero can shove waves relatively well. Starstorm's okay at doing it. Arrow a creep or a catapult as well. So it's a good thing to be doing as Marana. And if you get doomed for it, then whatever.
Yeah, she has 2k HP, right? She's got evasion through the halberd. She's got the dandelion amulet to soak up a little bit of magic damage. Like, deceptively tanky for the Marana. And now Nigma, another smoke up. They are so desperate to get all the heroes to connect in the fight. It feels like they've been desperately trying to find something for nearly 15 minutes.
Well, the
lacking that initiation tool. Mind Control needs to do pretty much everything for their team to feel good. And
yeah. But he's trying, though. He's gone for the tags again. He's approaching level 25. But there's a bit of fighting going on right now, and they've already caught up the Oracle, actually. He is going to be able to get that ultimate off, but okay, Reaper's Scythe, why not? Make absolutely sure he's going to die. Well, and pop. Down he goes. GH has also fallen, though, as Ivy's made a bit of a counter-initiation on the sidelines. Void Spirit. It's got to be a little bit careful here. Yuma does have a crap ton of damage to pump out when the need requires it.
Doom has Ags, though. Doom has Ags.
Yeah. Very important to keep an eye on this in this fight. Not 25 just yet, but doesn't matter. Tries to get on top of the Naga Siren, but it's kind of tricky. He's a little slowed, but they're going to be able to keep track on Otika. Otika trying to get away, but cannot do it. Down goes the Naga Siren. All right, Nigma back in business. Now they look over towards Mixer as well. Mind Control keeping the momentum going for now. The Doom does run out, so Mixer can make some sort of escape attempt here. Turns around with the Hex onto the Doom. That'll spur them to go for a different target, and that target is going to be Moonlight Yuma. Actually, has the wrong target there on the Meld Strike, but it doesn't make a difference. Moonlight's dead regardless. Mixer now all alone. Needs to get away. A little baby Timber Chain across is not going to save you, sir. He is dead as well, and it is Nigma back in the action as they bring down 4.
Just one moment for Ivy. After such a beautiful 20 minutes of Dota, they finally have like a mistake in their positioning. Gems by himself. They're not really there to cover him. There's no song follow-up. Sure, he maybe prolongs his life a little bit, but not to no avail. And then on top of that, Doom showcases his ags to the fight, and no way for Naga to really help herself or the team out. So yeah, Nigma, very good stuff to find that one chance. I think if Ivy had an extra 10 seconds to kind of put a formation out in that fight, probably wouldn't have seen this outcome. So good stuff from Nigma to identify that pretty much one shot that they had to get back into this game. And now Yuma finally, he's like, wait, I'm at the high ground, boys. There's no Naga Siren. I can just take what I wish. And one lane down. Of course, Ivy can play into Lost Racks.
Yeah, they can. Can they play into Megas, though? 30 seconds still on the Timbersaw, and Nigma showing absolutely no signs of pumping the brakes here. Mind control, he's got that Doom back off cooldown again, and he's level 25, so he's got the break to go with it as well. Not hugely important this game. In fact, he's actually gone for the Final Blade damage ton instead, so that's fine. Nothing really to break this game, in all fairness. Oh no, I can't be rip-tied.
He's so well in this series. Like, he's just been so good. Like, Timbersaw game 1, he gets Rampage. Sure, he loses. Game 2, he's hitting all the clutch Dooms, hitting the War Stomps. In this game as well, he's greeded it up, of course. Top net worth. Fight's going, like, horrendously. He knows kind of where he needs to position. Sure, it's going to be another classic Ivy walks to Roshan, right? Is this what we're going to see here?
Not like this. Not like. I mean, it's about to move.
They're 15 seconds. It's 15 seconds.
Can they do it in 15 seconds? I don't think they can.
I think they might be able to.
Oh, are they just delivering a half health Roshan to the doorstep of Nigma? 5 seconds, they've taken down to half HP. They need to finish the job. Everything they've got being thrown into the Roshan. He's about to move, but the arrow, it kills him. Oh,
so sick.
It's so poetic. It happened again, T.
Every single game, Ivy has found a way to sneak a Roshan they probably don't deserve, and
you know what?
Go for that.
I have never hyped up a Roche fight where there's no enemy team there before. Thank you, Patch. Again, thank you, 7.33.
Roshan's not going to go running to the other pit if he's stunned up. So Mirana, Loki kind of vibes in these scenarios, and fair play to Ivy to... I guess that's a scenario where it's like, you go for it, he walks away, whatever. They're going to get Roshan. No way you TP into that.
Yeah.
But if you get it, it's just a win, so...
Oh, I can't believe, like, that was so close. Like, if Roche started running, the knockback effect comes in. That means Nagasaran can't hit anymore. That means it's probably not dying. Like,
it's a Clown Fiesta. It's done. Ivy's losing Roshan. Like.
Clown shoes strapped on, honks as they walk.
It's where, like, new patch comes in, Roshan run through stuns just because of the Ivy effect.
Yeah.
Icefrog's like, man, I really want Nigma to be at TI, so I'm going to buff Roshan real quick, because I know they're struggling with this one aspect real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to help the lads out.
Odika, he's leading the charge right now. A sea of Naga Sirens heading the way of Nigma Galaxy. They'll be able to take down these illusions, though. I'm wondering how much they value the mirror images. 10 seconds left on the cooldown of that. Mind control, he's going in. He pops the Doom. He goes straight for him. The 4 staffs are there, but not enough to get the Nagasara to safety. She is going to get cut down. That is the first life gone, but don't forget, that is an HSB. One on the back. They're trying to bring down. Look at the Chain Frost. It's doing so much damage. Moonlight's forced him up the cheese. Jumps in, Refresher. Fights it up again, but Mind control, he's just on the tail end of Doom here. He's looking over towards Jinfen Senso, and he is on the front lines. The Oracle could be in trouble, but no. The Nagasaren, she sings the song of her people and says, get out of here, little Oracle. This is no place for you, and they shall all retreat together. And meanwhile, there is a little bit of lane splitting shenanigans going on by Mr. Moonlight here, making it very hard for Nigma to push to the high ground.
Just Nigma perfectly showcasing how vision is key. They hug that wall, they hug the right-hand side, and Kuroki, Chain Frost.
That's so aggressive from the Naga Siren there. They need to kill off these creeps here. If they kill off the creeps, there is a bit of a wait for the second wave, but Nigma, they pop it into reverse, and they beat Beep out of there.
These fights are so wild. It's like one team sneaks to Roshan's, Nigma then uses like high ground vision and positioning, Kuroki just hits the best Chain Frost, I might even say, of his life. I don't know if I've seen a better Kuroki Chain Frost. I'm sure you can send me some clips of, back in 2015 when he done some cool shit, but, that was a pretty good Chain Frost of the last 2 years at least, and yeah, Ivy. It's confusing. Like, you have the Aegis, you have everything to your hand, you do the smoke around, but smoking into the area, it's like the equivalent of smoking into triangle. You can only go there if you have wards, and then you put your Oracle in a position where there's no way he can position low ground and free cast his spells. So rough for Ivy. After making so many great calls, I think that one could be their undoing.
It could be in the long run, yeah. It was tough, but yeah, you got to recognize that, you know, Oracle is a big factor of these fights, and if you don't enable him, then yeah, it's going to be a hard one for you guys. And just in general, you got to approach the high ground with a bit more care, a bit more caution. And I think the really worrying thing about that one as well is how quickly the Doom just absolutely melted the Naga Siren. Yeah. That was with Aegis, you know, like it was maybe you could raise some eyebrows about committing that hard to an Aegis kill, but they knew they had to take the Aegis out of the Naga Siren's hands one way or another. So they did that, and yeah, next fight, they're not going to have an Aegis, so that could be Monica's fate.
And a refresher on Doom. Like, I was expecting that previous fight, like, oh, maybe there's a refresher on Doom to really seal the deal, but he's got his Midas still, he's going to sell that, have buyback, have refresher. So now it's like, you kill off Naga in one Doom, pump out another Doom, off you go, let's go for another kill. These fights will be incredibly hard for Ivy. Somehow they need to disengage or find a way to just get that hero out of the Doom. Maybe even like a clutch 4-star onto the Naga Siren. I'm not saying Naga buys the force, but someone on her team needs to force the Naga Siren.
They did force him. Both the supports have 4-stars. They did force Sonica, but Doom is just fast as hell.
You need like in sync double 4-star with like Song instantly pressed. It's like,
yeah.
It's not fun. There's a lot of things, and also there's like trap slows and all these shenanigans afoot, right? But
yeah, because even just dropping the ultimate on the TA is still just going to be rough. Like, sorry, dropping the ultimate, the false promise onto Naga Siren's probably not going to make a whole world of difference to how the fight ends up. She needs to
also just doom the Naga, to be fair, rather than dooming himself. He just throws it on top of the Naga, like she carries the Doom. Could be cool, because he's always been dooming himself.
Hard to catch 301, you got to blink in with the Stomp and the Shiva's Guard. Well, no, he took a use on herself. Doom onto 3 heroes straight off the bat, but they bring down Mikey regardless. Mind Control can't decide on the target here. He's running around, and he's going to get slept. He does have the Refresher Orb, however, so he is going to be able to come back and go again. And the TP gets cancelled. Mind Control, he finds a blink. Oh no, Odika gets caught out. Reaper side comes cutting on down, buyback available from the Naga Siren, but that was the tail end of the first Doom. Mind Control has another one locked and loaded and ready to go.
Now we get to the point where buybacks are key. Mikey did buyback for this. Naga has buyback available. Scenarios can occur. Mikey dies, Naga buys back. Like, sure, this is the opportunity for Ivy to maybe get something from this. Jumping in on Moonlight.
He commits, and the buyback comes in immediately afterwards. They're doing a lot of damage to Yuma. There is no save for the Templar Assassin. She is dead. Buyback available, but they don't want to commit it on Nigma. They just want to back themselves up and reset the game once again. And GH does get seen, but does get himself out. Mixer jumping forward, looking for more. I don't think there's going to be any more targets here. Maybe Kuro gets left behind. He's got a 4-star in just a second here. Mixer, he's chasing, he's got the Hex, a blink in 4. They might even be looking for more here. Mind Control's just behind him. Mind Control commits, he pops the Doom on himself and goes forward. He wants to try and bring down Moonlight. Is this the play, though, is a question. And the answer, I don't know. GH comes jumping in on this one. They're going to look over towards the Naga Siren. Naga Siren has no buyback here. They see the opportunity. They buy back on the Templar Assassin. They want to try and take this one. Double Doom coming out from Mind Control, not leaving the Naga Siren alone. Jesus Christ, stop following me, bro. Just get off the waveform here, but it's going to make a difference. 4-star is out. He just will not stop. Annika on the run down the river, gets a chance to pull off the mirror image, and, well, the song comes out. The brakes are pressed. We get a minute. Yuma is BKB, but for just a second, but they've chosen their target. They want to go for Yuma right now. The nullify the Hex, it is there. No buyback on this TA. If she does, GH comes in. Could he be the savior of Nigma right now? No, he is not. Moonlight is there, brings down Yuma, dead for the full count. No Mikey, no Yuma. Jim will die here, but surely Mind Control cannot face them all by himself. It doesn't look like there's going to be a chance for him. He is going to die. He's got a buyback, but I think this might be the end for Nigma. Ivy, have they actually done it, T?
What an incredible fight. Kuroki, the chase now, not only do they kill off Yuma going for the tier 3 bottom, utilizing the Naga buyback, well, they didn't even need the Naga, but still, they chase, they continue going. I don't even think Nigma expected them to chase that far, but they had that smell of blood. They were like, okay, we're gonna go for it. And now Nigma, they're desperately trying to skip waves. They know they have nothing else in the tank, and Doom, he's the only one with buyback.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I mean,
mate. You might kill Jim for the fun of it, but look at your
the
base.
game's over. I think
It
it's
is over.
over. Doom doing what he
Ivy
can.
with such a
but
clutch fight.
look at these deaths. Look at these timers. People aren't going to come back in time. Onika, he's looking for the end. They have a fortify. It's important to mention, and they're just going to pull it out right now. All they're really going to have to defend this is a Doom and a Techies. It's realistically not enough. Mind control, he's not even got a Doom to play with here. He's just got a hope, and I think that hope is going to shortly be crushed. In fact, they're just going to target the Ancient. Oh my god. Nigma lose to Ivy in a 2-1 series. Unbelievable performance from Ivy this one. I can't believe it, T. I actually can't believe it. That is insane.